is not profit over people. Some things like the healthcare industry, you shouldn't have a bunch of profit in the healthcare industry for it to function properly. The goal of the healthcare should be to have healthy people.
Yeah, just woke up.
So if that's the goal, then that's not profit.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean,
Why couldn't it just be a queen? Like my thing, the way it just started out, like that was one of my first issues. It's like, why can't she just be a queen? That's my first, because I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. I haven't actually seen the movie. I'm going solely based on what I'm hearing everybody else say. So I have not seen the movie. But the first thing I do have to ask is, why isn't she just a queen? Because I mean, now you're talking about a woman queen. Now we're gonna have to also throw up there the suggestion that there's a male queen.
It's so confusing, and I agree with you on that. And I haven't seen the movie either. And at some point, I think I'll probably check it out just so I
what
can know
movie
what's
is it?
up. The Woman King.
Viola
It's
Davis.
Viola Davis. It's kind of a. I want to say it's not a spinoff from the Black Panther movie, but I think it's inspired by it.
It is. It is somewhat of a out of that same line. Like, because of the success of Black Panther, they came up with this, and it's just a uh, a rendition of it. Like the expectations from this movie is what they want to get the same kind of
Yeah,
response that they got from Black Panther.
but this one is based on a true story, and it's about a tribe that was freaking selling um, black people into slavery to the Europeans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot to that, because I mean, honestly, I mean, that's probably, it may not have been, totally Africans, but then again, it was. I mean, really, what I'm saying, the history.
You caught the video. You caught the part where I was in there, right? That's
Yeah.
what's
Oh
important.
yeah. I watched the whole thing. Yeah. I
Yeah,
loved it, bro. I loved it. It was great, and I think you brought perspective that nobody else there was like. The dude, the filmmaker, the not the host, but because he said he studied film, but the other guy that was talking about moving, coming to going to Africa with him. I think, like, you kind of shut him the fuck up to some extent.
yeah, man.
Without being rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was kind of like, because everything you said was on point.
Yeah, and I did. One of the things I didn't like was it seemed like they was bashing on the women, but then you had the woman that came in. I thought she was gonna, kind of back up the women perspective, but then she didn't. And the second woman, and I was like, wow, I really wanted to rebuttal some of the stuff she
Well,
said.
no, I think she did. I think you're talking about the light skinned woman.
No, the other one, the third woman that
The, the,
came
the,
on,
a minute, the third one.
the one that started talking about religion and talking about,
Oh, no, 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 no.
yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
nah, she kind of flew off the hinges for me. I was like,
That's what I'm saying. I really wanted to rebuttal her. I really wanted to. I was, ugh. He didn't even have me on mute. I could have jumped in there, but I ain't want. I wanted to respect his show.
yeah, and that was one thing I was saying. Like, you know what? I gotta ask Chaka, like, you know, when I interrupt, is that, you know, okay? Because everybody was so respectful. I'm not, always, what I'm saying. I'm like, always got some shit to say in the middle of the damn, you
Yeah, it was
know.
hard for me, but I definitely didn't want to be like interrupting a woman when we're talking about this whole situation about like the women and like patriarchy, condo, whatever. So I totally didn't want to be trampling on a woman, jumping in on her and like
I think it's healthy sometimes. I mean, at least so people can still know what testosterone feels like. You know what I'm saying? When when it's in the building, like, it's clear where it's at. You know what I'm saying? But I hear you, bro. I mean, you had everybody had restraint when it came to that. So it's probably good that I did not, because there was so many things that I would have been like, hey, look, I don't know about that. That's some bullshit, what's
Yeah.
up?
But you could
Yeah.
see in the facial expressions of some of the people on the show, that's what was cool. Like, even when like some people were talking and they would maybe say something that was like kind of crazy, nobody said anything, but you could see in people's facial expressions like,
Shit, you might be able to look up old girl. Look, I don't know how she is, but old girl, seemed like she was just melting in her seat when she heard you talk.
yeah, I saw that too. I peeped that too. I peeped that too. I love it. I love it. That's what I'd like to do is like these type of intellectual ass conversations. And obviously that chick was enjoying it too, and we were kind of feeding off each other. Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me
Pump
play.
that nigga head up. That nigga gonna be searching, scouring social media tonight looking for it.
Let me play some of this.
Oh, for real? Well, you need to go back on YouTube and look on the internet too and see the interviews of what the cast did and the people were talking, and the black sisters that talking to them. Talking about, I was so motivated. I was so encouraged. Encouraged to do what? Go fight something? What were you encouraged? Please tell me. What were you encouraged to do? What? What? It made you realize who you are or something? The link is in the chat. Call in. On the surface of things, it was an entertaining movie. On a spiritual sense of things, I'm sorry, it was a mess. It had so many messes. It was, like I said, the movie was for the woman, but it created odds against the man, the black man. And the white man was the one who got the attention, the heart of the sister. She didn't fall in love with no black man. She broke ranks going to see the white guy. And then the sister has a disrespect for the king and does her own thing. And then the brother who's sitting there talking to.
Go ahead.
Let me say this real quick, because while I'm thinking about it, because like I think that because I've run across some women that in my life that I knew it early on in life and seeing them later, and they were very much traumatized by different things that's happened in between, the time that I was dealing with them and, when I'm seeing them again. And I think that they don't realize, like, because just like anything else, like people that's close to you can hurt you more than anybody else. So it's kind of like the black on black crime thing. We never hear it this way, but white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime, like it's gonna happen more with people like you and that's around you. So the people that has hurt you probably does share the same culture or experience or type of they probably, for black people, that say it's going to be another black person. Not to say that this is not the same stuff that's happening in other people's culture. Like, there's many stories that we've seen in movies where glorified moments of history that they put white people in there, but it's a black person's story. So if a lot of times that's one of the things that you can say is very significant about these movies, is that if they're gonna put a negative light, they're gonna find all the black people that they need and pay with whoever they need to get these people in a movie. And if it's something that's going to be glorified, they're going to find some, usually some light-skinned people, white people usually, that's going to get the glorification for being that type of person. So that's one thing that I think that he, in his monologue, where he kind of didn't address is that, you know, when it comes down to it, we don't really get the glorification roles. We get something that's gonna definitely that's harmful in most cases. That's why I really want us like to do more of our own movie stories and able to use the same science that they use, you know, against us but for us.
That's a great idea right there, and we need more of that. It's funny how the ones that break free in in Hollywood doing like black movies, it tends to be toxic stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
hmm
not uplifting. Like
Because I mean,
how
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like how hip hop was back in the day, and how they corrupted that, and now like the popular music is rap music now, and it's like it's so toxic. But the root, the heart of it, and even when I was coming up, a lot of the music was really uplifting,
Yeah.
positive.
Hell yeah. I mean, shit, we had so many variations of hip hop. Because, I mean, we had comedic. You remember Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah,
Shit, we had parody rap. We had, like, you could, like, have, like, all kinds of, you know, macking on a chick type of rap. You got, you know, fight the power, fight the power, the beat. You know, it's like, I mean, we had every kind of different hip hop but now everything is just alike. It
yeah.
makes it kills me, bro. Like,
To the woman king, he was saying, you go talk to the king in secrecy. So there was a little odds against him and her. To me, it's division. Let somebody comes in. The Jughead won. Take yourself off mute, brother.
Brother, go back. Welcome, brother, from the UK. And hip hop, Ghana Beauty, brother, Butler. Greetings to you, sir. Yeah, go black. Fantastic commentary. I thank you for your support, brother, because I'm so upset with that garbage that we sold you. Look, Dr. John Henry Clark mentioned before he passed away, about the bastards of history. Actually mentioned them before he passed away. The mulattoes that betrayed Dessalines, Joseph Louverture. They're those ones that sold Africans. In the 15th century, 1500s, the Portuguese were selling up and down, West Africa, the 1500s. Taking back them off Africa, to mainland, to the islands of Africa, like Cape Verde, and raping them. Their offspring was that were selling blacks. All this nonsense that we sold you, we captured you and traded, but we didn't sell like you support. The currency was no currency, there's no dollars. Sold them for what currency?
Yeah.
What was the currency? Nonsense. Yeah, we captured it, and Nigerian percent. I apologize. We owe you too, but Europeans started well. Arabs first. The Europeans started it. Don't forget the Arabs. People always blame the Africans. Why didn't Europe the Arabs? People always blame the Africans. Why the mulattoes, the Africans, or the Arabs? And why always forget the Arabs? And they're still doing it in Sudan and parts of Mali and even Libya now.
It's kind of hard to understand him, I think, a little bit, but his argument, a lot of people use this argument, and I don't like it. I don't like that argument where they try to slavery, because it was a guy I was talking to at work, and he was like, we were talking about reparations, and he said, before we talk about reparations, y'all need to talk to the Arab countries, talk to them first,
well,
yeah, depending on the time frame. And just woke up. Mad interesting to me. I was about to go to sleep and this just woke me up. Argument of the Arabs,
Arab is
is
not a real race or anything. Like, Arabs, end up being people who